All right, so this Knife Thoughts video is going to be another unboxing video. And as you can see, this is going to be a couple Rough Ryder knives. And this is two knives that Rough Ryder came out with recently that have been really popular and I've been meaning to get. The first is the Bow Trapper. I'm going to open this with the Rough Ryder 2038. The first is the Bow Trapper, and then the second is the newer version of this, the sway back work knife. So let's take a look. Opening it from the bottom here because of the packing slip on the top. We'll see what's in here. And I got these from Chicago Knife Works because they still had them in stock, whereas the Bow Trapper was no longer in stock. Again, I had meant to get it when they first came out and dilly-dallied and didn't get it. They went out of stock. And then I meant to get it when they came out again, and they went out of stock at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. So let's jump right into these. I'm not sure which is which. I'm thinking this is the work knife, but we'll open this one first. And here it is. So first of all, everybody really liked the first work knives. I got a couple of them. I can't remember if I got 2 or 3, but honestly, I was unimpressed. They all came with real big gaps between the bolsters and covers, and all of them came with cracks at the lanyard tube, and some of them didn't have very good centering and proud tips. So let's take a look at this one. So first of all, it looks like it sits relatively deep within the frame, so I like that. The bolster is definitely more polished than the previous version. Let's see about gaps. No real gaps there, it looks like. How about between the bolsters and handle material? Not really not too much of a gap. I mean, a little bit, but you know, this is these are both where I purchased them, when I purchased them after shipping, actually about $15. So not super expensive knives for sure. Lighter pull on this one than on the previous version. Same blade shape and everything. Wow, interesting. I'm surprised. So there's a little difference there that I don't think I've seen other people mention. This has the Rough Ryder stamp, and then it's also etched with the model number. And this seems to not have the model number on it, which is an interesting choice. I think it's nice to have the model number on there. I do like how these handles look, actually. It's called Denim Micarta. It looks to me like it might be a G10 and denim mix of some sort, but they're kind of cool looking. I like them, and it seems like a nice knife. Well centered, sits nicely within the frame, good action, not feeling any blade play. I did have someone mention that they had blade wrap, but I was kind of surprised by that being the type of pattern it is, and I don't see any blade wrap on mine. So nice knife, much nicer than, now it's a sample size of 1, but much nicer than the first versions, than the examples of the first versions that I got. So happy with that one, actually. And now on to what must be the Bow Trapper. So this is one that I really like the look of the design. You can tell that they're kind of moving towards a little bit higher end. Now this is, again, after the shipping cost was about a $15 knife, so not an expensive knife. But let's take a look at it. So first of all, interesting design. It's got this kind of thick blade. I can tell, yeah, it's pinchable, which I like that on a knife. And it has these black, I believe G10, pretty sure it's G10, with red G10 liners handles. Now I do see some gaps here between the liners, or the liners and the covers. So a little bit of gapping there. Little bit of a gap there between the covers and the bolsters. Pull maybe a 4. Not feeling any blade play. Let's see the centering. A little towards the pile side, but not rubbing, it doesn't seem like. No big gaps on the back. And and a nice, I think this is considered a bomb shield, maybe a corset shield. I forget, to be honest. I always forget the names of the shields, but an interesting looking knife. I think it'll make a good user. I like this handle shape a lot, actually. I think that this makes for a really ergonomic handle when it has this, you know, curve towards the end like that, because you can really hold it in the hand like this. So not a perfect knife, and you can see this one does have the model number on there, 2176. I believe, as the last time I checked, these both were still available at Chicago Knife Works. So if it's something you're interested in, they are still available, I believe. I like this one. I like the design of this one. I know a lot of people like the sway back design of the work knife, and at least in my small sample size, this newer version seems better made. I did not like the handle materials cracking and everything like that on the other one. So a couple interesting knives from Rough Ryder. Now, Rough Ryder and Smoky Mountain Knife Works just announced a new line called the Rough Ryder Reserve. I think they've been kind of moving towards that, which is making nicer knives, you know, maybe a little bit more expensive. Now the Rough Ryder Reserve are a good bit more expensive, but I think they've kind of been moving towards that, and these are two good examples of that. People have really enjoyed these knives, and they are sought after. So I wanted to get them, check them out. These will be good users. And I hope you enjoyed getting to look at them right out of the box. As always, if you enjoyed this type of video, I've got lots of them and I've got more coming. So subscribe to my channel and hit the bell for notifications. Also check out my social media at Knife Thoughts and my website where I post articles on knives like this and knife topics at knifethoughts.com. And last but not least, as always, don't forget to go out and do good.